proud and mighty, shaped and hewn by Fae of old. If you hear us, then we are sleeping still. But be strong of heart, new one. Our powers are old, but our triumphs are eternal. We have brought peace to the webwood and the forests of summer. Corruption and decay and filth were grown, were spread like sickness from the fens and dells of this place. They were led not by a beast, not by a fell one, but by her, the one who walks alone, the mother of 100,000 spiders. She is a queen of web and poison. She calls herself the Widow. The canopy stretched far and blocked the light of summer. But we pressed on and forward to Cathras, to the widow's den. We were but weak when we arrived, but she was weaker still, her children having died before our march. To Ashara we commended her, and then we felt the call of winter, and so some turned to sleep, and I kept watch. Some colder wind of winter blows then, we have seen. Summer does not return our brothers, our clans to us. What will happen to the vigil I keep? Winter already calls me, and no relief is in sight. I can feel the heart of the webwood pulsing with her anger. Her spiders are at the gates. We never thought this day would come. The widow walks. The widow walks.
Is that someone tripping about my web? And I thought my fun was over. Another stirs in Yolvin? But it is only a wretched mortal from that doomed town, no doubt. I'm sure my Cathras brood would love feeding on one as strong as you. The last of Yolvin is dead. Your little town is next. Tell them the widow has returned and she is claiming what was once hers.
Huh.
you bothering me for?
By the seas, you sure took the long route to Castle Yolven. Now tell me, have you found their secret? Can you stop the spiders? We can't defend the town at this rate, and we don't have the time to destroy the bridges leading to the Webwood. I doubt that would work in any case. I'm going to take the survivors and barricade the inn. Stand a better chance of survival if we do. The Widow is... I don't know. I've fought in wars, I've fought in duels, in bars, but never against something I couldn't beat. Never against something like her. The Widow is sending the whole damn forest at us. I'm going to stay and defend the townsfolk. I need you to go in there and try to stop this. I didn't want to think the stories were true, but I've seen her hand in this since it began. It's only a matter of hours before Kennerock is destroyed. But Cathrus is deep within the Webwood. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hollow is where she makes her home. I'd hoped for an army to assist Kennerock. With all I have. Don't know if it's fate or luck, but there's no time. The others and I will take refuge in the inn. We need to help the survivors.
The mortal from Castle Yolven. How vexing is it that you escaped? Your stubbornness is yet another irritation from you mortals. But it is the way of my kind to endure. It is not a quality we share. The bulk of my horde lies within, and I am eager that you might face it. But I am not reliant upon my spiders, nor am I unreasonable. I can see you are brutal in your own form. I offer amnesty in exchange for the lives of Kennerock. Oh, I had believed for a moment that you had some potential. Oh well, I lack the sympathy to kill you personally. You shall feed my guardian spiders after all. While they draw breath, none shall approach me. These wolves obey my wishes. These spiders' lives are mine. Your way to me will be barred by root and fang. And here you are yet again. I must say your hunger is great, unlike the Fae I slaughtered at Castle Yulvin. Now come, let us test ourselves against each other. I do not fear being cut down. I will rise again in time, unlike you.
We're alive. Good. We owe you our lives and our livelihood. If not, we'd be food for spiders, and the widow would be dancing on our remains. There is not enough gold to show our gratefulness. But this is what we can give. Take it, with our thanks. I'm not much for leading towns, but I can protect it, especially with hope like yours. Thanks again, friend. The spiders have stopped their attacks, and the wood seems a bit brighter. We'll see how long it stays that way. Be well.
What can I help you with? The gods were more than kind to deliver you to us.
but there is much to do before Canarok will be whole again. While others rebuild the town, I must rebuild my stores. If you have a moment, can you help me? I trust his spear, and I trust his judgment. This is a war, or something like it. Barton's the only one with the experience for this. My dear husband, I know he thinks himself useless, but the deer has been essential in helping me keep this town in health potions and antivenom. It's an old story. My grandmother used to tell it when I was young. It's supposed to scare young ones away from Webwood. They said that the widow ripped out her heart when she first found love, and that she has her spiders rip out the hearts of all who dare pierce her wood. It's quieter than I've heard in all my years. In some ways, it's as disconcerting as knowing the spiders were still out there. Aside from your doings, I have the feeling that there won't be any more tales to tell of Webwood. Normally I keep a stock of antivenom at hand for when silk farmers get bitten, but with the recent attacks my stores have been emptied. There's not much to the potion, but because we've been in Webwood for so long, we're more sensitive to the spider poison than most. So there is an ingredient I still need, the poison glands of the spiders themselves. I'll need someone to harvest them. Good. I'll need as large a batch of the potion as I can make, so 15 glands or so will be needed. In the maws of the beasts that hunt us, I'm afraid, the only way to get the glands is to kill a spider and take them. It's no easy task, but the town needs this potion soon. Good day.
It's you! The one who saved us all. The one who tamed Webwood. You have my thanks. If you're not busy, I have a request to make of you. It's about my home, Toff Farm. I think something has happened there. I don't know him personally, but it seems few do. I've seen him in a fight, however, and there's much we can learn from him. I am not from the town of Canarok. Not properly. My family... Well, I came from the east, from a small farm on the edge of Webwood. I was never that familiar with the history of Webwood. When we were fleeing from the war, we didn't have time to learn the old stories. But that's all they are, stories. There's no reason to believe in the widow any more than that the sun might fall one day from the sky and crush us all. For the longest time, I thought I would put it behind me, try to pick up the pieces and keep heading west, from the war, from everything. But it can't be escaped. There's some things in this world you can't run from. So I decided to stay here. That's just it. I don't know. I came to Canarok some days before the first attacks. I was stuck here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, stumbled into Canarok a few days later. He was tight-lipped about my parents at first. Then he said the spiders got them. Now he avoids me, avoids everyone. Something happened at the farm, but I can't bring myself to find out what. Thank you. I will give you whatever I have. Just bring me news of my mother and father. I need to know what happened there. Safe journey.
Ranger.
Come for January, what's needed?
So, the savior comes for Cartery. What do you want? Just a retired mercenary that got stuck in a one-coin town. Men like that don't make or break a defense. Why are you wanting to know about him? I don't go asking you about yourself. You could return the favor. Do you go talking to all strangers, asking about their lives and who they are? Leave me alone. A story for children. There's not much more to it than that. I never want to see this place again, but I may need to hide out here for a while longer. That's what I'm called, and that's all you'll be getting out of me. You did? I must have left it behind when I was fleeing those spiders. The damn things were everywhere. I can see you're not convinced, so that toff brat sent you to do a little digging. It was only a matter of time before she learned what I did to her parents. But you found out first. A stroke of luck. Now, let's come to an arrangement, shall we? Say, a heavy purse for your silence? Carowin and I fought at the gates of Mel Senshir years ago. We deserted before we saw our second battle. When we came here, she invited me to join her and her husband Eimer and their daughter on that farm. It was a simple life. I thanked the gods for it. Then Carowin and Eimer decided to return to the war and bring me with them. When they insisted, I used the only skill war ever taught me. Really, the wandering hero is going to bring me to justice? I think not. I've murdered twice before, and you shall be my third. Finally.
What is it? I can't believe Cartery killed them. My mother and father had been his friends for years, before I was even born. To think that he did all this just to avoid the war. I knew my family was likely dead, but I thought it wouldn't be over something like this. Thank you for your help. Here is your reward, as promised.
Come for January, what's needed?
The dust of the road rises to meet you, wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp. I am Kilgaren. I am unfamiliar with the title the Knave of Coins. But as I understand, it grants me responsibility for this camp and its travelers. I know the lands and shadows and winding paths the travelers use. I heed no law or creed of property. For that, I am given leadership. When others feared to even speak to Faye, Grim came and introduced me to the travelers. Ever since, a more stalwart ally I cannot think of. This place has been walked by many, and this copse was hollowed ground once. We maintain it. You are young among our number. I would not color your perceptions of the Hierophant with my own. We are many things, but what the travelers are to most are thieves. We follow our own way. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease. Our guide. The anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as all travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Hayden sells items to supplement these skills if you need. Travelers have clever hands, but they are useless without the Hierophant, whose eyes guide us, a gift upon which we've come to rely. To receive the Hierophant's visions, we are commanded to pray at their shrines, and there are many who readily comply. May the road rise to meet you. Willing to bet some coin?
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items or sell them? Kilgaren is a good leader for Star Camp. Most here are new to the travelers and she guides them from danger. It's a quiet camp. If you're looking to gamble, Rose Baden enjoys playing dice. The travelers aren't highwaymen, regardless of what you may have heard. We're a family, a people. We stick with each other. The lodge is a bit of an odd place, run by a pair of brothers deep in the She. By all accounts, they just want to help those passing through the She. Odd. Always looking to make a bit of coin?
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one. The price to admit you is great. It will take 3 treasures to balance the burden. First, there is a noble Elfwig Grilrakas staying in Dyden Hill. Steal his medallion. Then, in the nearby mission, claim the pall of the dead Saint Edrix. The last are Drog's toothpicks. We have contacted their owner, Gunnar Frode, to buy the items, but you will steal them instead. It is the rather valuable bauble of an old noble family. Rather mundane, but worth much coin to us. The daggers used by the fabled Jotun Warmaster Draug, though they were not his weapons, as the name suggests. It is the burial shroud of Saint Edric. There are many collectors of relics who hunger for these artifacts, and pay dearly for them. Yes, some final warnings. Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer an approach, he can see. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. And last, Gunnar Frode is shifty. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned.
Have a rest, lad.
Aye?
Have a seat. My father's got the cough. He's taken to bed.
Did you hear?
No, Grilrakas, you'll never have to deal with one as base as you. Be gone!
Did you hear? Thaddeus, dead of the plague.
Oh!
Guards! Guards!
You there! Halt! Don't let me catch you making trouble again.
it's always nice to see a passerby. You're the traveler I'm waiting for, eh? Shall we get to business? The Worms know talent when they see it. I practically run this lodge for them. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, stay away from the star camp up the road if you can. Run by the travelers. Bunch of damn thieves. Lost nearly everything while dicing to them. Our house is leasing me this shirt for 1/3 of my wages, and it's got holes in it. Don't listen when people tell you that travelers only value the freedom to do what they wish. They also value what's in your pocket, and whatever else they can take from you. And that includes stripping your shirt from your back. Yes, I was recently contacted by Star Camp about selling the daggers, which I acquired at considerable risk and expense. So I think it's fair that I change the deal. I want to be paid in full up front. Then I'll notify you where the daggers can be recovered. That said, you can pay me now, and this can all be over with. I suppose you're right. I'd rather not get on the bad side of the travelers. I can part with the daggers for half of what I was originally asking. Wait, are you serious? I mean, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. I hid the daggers in the She. There's a map in my strongbox upstairs. You can unlock it with this key and claim the toothpicks. Hidden in the She. The key you bought off me unlocks my... Goodbye. Good day.
The She can be dangerous to one such as yourself.
You have completed the task that the Hierophant set out for you, as all travelers are expected to. Well done. What I invite you to join is not a fraternity, not a guild. It is a family, a race, a bastion for those of like mind and talents. All travelers are now your kin, and you theirs. Now, the Hierophant has called for you to serve again. The seer demands, so you must answer. The next task is unique. It involves stealing from one of my kind, Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, fallen member of the Courts of Summer. This is what I can tell you of the task. Pray at the Hierophant Shrine and receive their blessed wisdom. I know of him. He is the Lord of the Chase, a member of the Court of Summer once, a fae of some import. But his title is a thing of artifice, nothing more. We shall show him and the Summer Court that such pomp is meaningless. You must go to the Hierophant Shrine, and good luck.
Need a quieter step? I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to imitate the ways of the Fae. If you need to improve your ways of stealth, I can help. I learned all my skills from Krilgerin. The Fae are usually not forthcoming with their knowledge, but she seeks to help all. The woods are quiet here. We're far enough away from prying eyes, at least. The art of teaching stealth is no easy task. More than any other learning, it requires patience, for if you fail to learn, the effects can be disastrous. Once the stuff of legends and ballads, when walls and nations crumble, they'll still be singing of us. Let your steps fall silently. I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to imitate the ways of the Fae. If you need to improve your ways of stealth, I can help. Let your steps fall silently.
Hello there. Need an answer or a rumor? You've done well to come to a Alayan Dark. I hold on to whispers and secrets, in case they're needed. Now come, fellow traveler. Ain't much like a bit of gossip to soothe the tongue, isn't it? Odd one, that Krilgerin. Then again, never met a sensible Fae. See, the thing is, she knows the paths and secrets of these woods like, well, a Fae. And I'm glad she's running things here for that. It is a quiet little bend of wood. Isn't much in the way of cities out here in Dalentarth, so we make do with what hamlets we come across. The Hierophant's eyes see for all the travelers, and the Hierophant's words speak for all the travelers. There's other rumors of late, though, that the Hierophant's eyes can't see so well, and the words aren't true any longer. We go from place to place, such as it pleases us. Do some trade and tinkering too, if there's call for it. We're much loved by the common folk, so it's said. But love and trust are two different things. Can't stay in one place long. May the ground be soft, and your steps silent.
So, you've come to me again, Shade. So competent you were in your last mission that I've prepared another for you. You will steal Buru's boots from Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, once member of the Court of Summer. They are ancient things, a rare item to be so treasured among the Fae. Though their enchantments work only for the Fae, they are still highly prized. There has not been word of the Lord of the Hunt for some time. When I scry for him, I only see portents of his herald, Ergaze. The road to the boots lies through her. You must seek her out in the She and learn where to find Amalur and the boots.
Greetings to you, traveler. I had hoped I would meet one of your kind in these woods. You seek to rob the Lord of the Hunt, Amateur. I wish to see the boots taken from my master as well, but I do not have them. I can only reveal their location to you. I am the herald of the Lord of the Hunt, Amateur. I once sang of his accolades and applauded his triumphs, but no more. He was the Lord of the Chase, a member of the Court of Summer. Of greater fay, I know few. Of greater tragedy, I know little. These were the darkest woods, the oldest and purest, with the humans to the west and the Alfar to the east. It is the last of the old places we Fae have left. To find them, you must find Amateur, the Lord of the Hunt, the one whom I herald. But this is not merely a matter of an owner and his possession. The Lord of the Hunt has secluded himself in Arduith because the boots carry a terrible curse. Amateur is the Hunt incarnate, and the boots enhance his natural abilities. They make him undetectable. He stalks unseen and unheard until he strikes. But the boots urge him to hunt, to take blood and life. His mind is like the feral beasts. He views all creation as his prey. And so he locked himself in Arduith to protect all from his madness. Entering Arduith, and he will hunt you as well. No, though I yearn to see my master restored, the curse is too pervasive, and he would wish death on himself for how he has fallen. But in that death, there is a blessing. For he might rise again sometime, and restore the Hunt, and free himself from this indignity. I would warn you that to go to Arduith is to go to your death. But if you must obtain those boots, then you must go. Be wary. He has stalked the forests and the plains and deserts of our realm for all seasons. He is the spirit of the Hunt incarnate, or so it was thought. But the long winter came. Magic has been erratic amongst Fae kind. Amateur began losing his abilities. He felt withered. My master saw what he was becoming because of the boots. And with one lucid thought, he sealed himself in Arduith. There, he might not bring others to harm. Go, now!
Who enters here? This is a sealed place, interloper, and you must leave before I spill your blood. It is too late. The hunger grows and roars within me. I must hunt. I will hunt you, mortal, until you can run no more. I know. I had only wished to combat the waning of strength that the summer Fae are experiencing. But then the magics began ensnaring my mind. It is too late for me. But you might take this. May it help protect you from my hunger for blood. Enough talk. Come into my den, little mortal. Your blood shall be mine. Enjoying the hunt yet? Why don't we go deeper into my domain? Quicker than you look. Start taking this seriously.
The boots do not seem to have weathered the separation from their master well. Still, they are in hand as ordered. The Hierophant is pleased to have a thief like you in their service. It brings us power. There is a new task, but this one comes from me. Grim Onwig has not returned from a mission of his. I fear that he may have been captured. You must find Grim and return him to us. From what I've seen of your work, you have the best chance of anyone in camp. Grim is a close ally and a talented traveler. His safe return is your top priority. The Hierophant ordained him to steal an ancient book called the Missives of Sable from a stronghold held by Jotun. It seemed a relatively easy task. Jotun have no need of books after all. They are fiercely territorial, however. He was to go to Owen's stand in Lorca Rain. I have no doubt that you will find him there. And you must hurry to him. Once crossed, his captors will not take long before they decide to deal with him. Be careful. There is something unnatural at work here. May the wind be at your back.
Willing to bet some coin? You've got a gambler's gleam in your eye. Care to dice for some coin? Never met a fake quite like her. She doesn't have a head for gold or knows any value, but she can steal the fangs off a bar guest. Not much to disrupt the tranquility of the woods out here, though I hear a graven hand is looking for able bodies. There aren't many who know how the travelers started. Wouldn't be surprised if that knowledge was completely lost. Care to play again? Let me know.